up, YouTube? I know I talk a lot about my boots. That's simply because my cowboy boots are the most important most important aspect of my everyday life. Uh, if I had a pair of boots for every day of the week, I would wear a different pair every day. I cannot seem to find my first pair of boots. My first pair of boots were Laredo, and they wasn't really brown, but they wasn't really tan. They were okay, like a caramel color. That about this color right here. My shade, put my sunglasses on, and those things, them things were getting old real fast, and they wasn't really wore much. They belonged to my grandfather, and they wasn't wore all that much. When I pulled them out, they looked like a brand new pair of boots that, uh, anyway, gotta get Jacob off my case. um, so they were kind of like new right out of the box. And then when my aunt came down to visit one summer, she noticed that my boots were getting old and they didn't look good anymore. So she went down to the boot shop with me and picked up my first pair of Justin boots. And I'll tell you, Justin boots is about the best pair of boots a man can own. Because for I think it's either 3 or 4 years, I had these babies right here. And you can tell all the wear that's been going on these boots. Uh, they're old. They got their life. But I quit wearing them because the heel came off this one. I would literally, whenever there was a big party where we were supposed to dress right, these were once black, okay, like these. I'll get to those in a minute. These are Justin's. I'll be honest. These are Justin's boots, and these are some of the best boots I've ever worn. They I won't lie. Justin's boots is about the most expensive pair of boots I've ever owned, and that would be these. You can tell they've taken a beating of life. As they say, you can tell a lot about a man by looking at his boots. Yeah. Part of the reason why my motto is walk tough, live hard, die strong. So, yeah, these babies, they walk tough, alright. Everybody backs off because that's the highway to hell right there. My second pair of boots, another aunt bought for me when I was homecoming nominee, and I ain't done with these bad boys. These bad boys ain't but maybe about a half a year old. I mean I got them 2013. Yeah, these will be about a year old when 2014 hits. These be about a year old. You can already see the wear on these babies. You can already see that it's starting to show its life. It's the heels are nailed in there and not glued like the Justins. The Justins are glued. These are nailed. These are Old West, I believe is the name. So yeah, you can see the wear that's already happening to these boots. I wear my boots until they hang on by duct tape, and I have to reassemble the sole and all that. And you can even see on the back taking a bit of a beating. But see, my boots, the thing about my boots is that when I get a pair of boots, they really I really drain the life out of them. I literally wear them until they fall apart. I see what I mean. I wear them until the straps pop. I got the straps on the same side of both boots ripping off on me. And I still wear these. I wear these. I'm going to continue to put the life out of them. Because, there's no reason in having a pair of boots that ain't falling apart and going. There's no sense in having more than one pair of boots. You know what I mean? You need to wear the ones you got until they just don't fit or they just fall apart. And I'm assuming that my feet are done growing, and I'm going to be wearing these for quite a while. These are Old West. The first pair of mine that I told you about was Laredo. The second pair was Justin's, and these are Old West. And this Christmas jumped me right back into Laredo. And these I'm not going to start wearing out right now. Because right now I'm still working on those. But these, uh, these are nice. I like these. These are pretty awesome boots. But the problem is if you don't treat them right, they will fall apart sooner than you think. But I used my old Laredos. I was doing everything in my first pair of boots, which were Laredos, and they hang on pretty good. They hang on for dear life. I mean, they wasn't falling apart. The heels were still intact. Everything. It's just that the paint was peeling off, and it just looked well. Paint was peeling off just like the coloring. I call it paint because that's what it does. I literally, you cowboys, that you're probably gonna get pissed off at me for saying this, but I literally, when we go to a party or something, I would paint these. I would spray paint black so that you couldn't tell, and then over time it would wear off again, and I wouldn't think anything of it. But I admire these boots. Uh, these things, they're still strong. I mean, no, I mean you see a lot of boots that they start to do this with age and stuff. They just only thing that's wrong with these is you get them like all fixed up and all looking nice and stuff, and then when you wear them out like I've done these, you start to get the. And then every morning I'd set this up, pull these babies on. Very strong, very hard leather. And the leather I've got on these boots and the new ones, they're not as thick and it's not as rough. So I know that if I sit there and do this, I know that these boots will never rip off. It's very amazing. And I'm amazed with these two boots because they look like you do this and the whole thing will rip off. But these babies are holding on pretty good. I mean, I tugged them on, 'cause over time, your feet start to get kind of hard to get in there, so you gotta grab the thing and yank it. And sure, the strap broke, and I mean, it's not giving up on me yet. These are still some pretty strong boots. I recommend three types of boots: Laredo's, Justin's, and Old West. Now, my thing about Laredo's and Old West is it's more of a dress. Like if you're a church guy, you go to a lot of formal dress parties. That's your boot. But these are your work boots. Justin's are work boots. More on that later. I'll catch y'all later.